I'll let you help me out with this. Is this a matter of low intelligence? Is it a matter of low impulse control? Or is it a matter of both? Or maybe it's a matter of neither. But this individual, I could tell you this much. His first name is Shawntese. Last name is Norton, and he is accused of fatally shooting Jonathan Mauk. Jonathan Mauk is a 59-year-old, or he was a 59-year-old grandfather, and he was in Walmart, in the Walmart parking lot, looking for a parking spot when his vehicle collided with another vehicle which was being operated by Shawntese Norton, and according to the story, Shawntese was backing his vehicle out of a parking space. So I'm just going to go out on another limb here, and I'm going to guess that Jonathan Mauk had the right of way. But, I didn't see the videotape. I don't know a detailed description. Maybe there's some mitigating factor of which I am unaware of. But the bottom line is that Shawntese is accused of shooting Jonathan Mauk, the 59-year-old grandfather, in the face, killing him. So it is a homicide, and Shawntese Norton was arrested on murder charges with a special allegation of personal intentional use of a firearm. That brings to mind a question. Now, you know that I'm a strong advocate of self-defense, strong advocate of the Second Amendment right to defend yourself and carry a firearm without government intrusion, because we need to defend ourselves against people. Assuming the Shawntese is guilty, I don't know if he was. Maybe it's a big misunderstanding. You never know. So we have to use the words like alleged and allegedly. But even though I'm a strong supporter of the Second Amendment, I wonder if people who are characterized as low impulse control, low intelligence, probably Democrats, if they should be allowed to carry firearms before they committed an offense. I'm going to guess that they're going to have that right, because even people who are not too bright and can't control their impulses have a right to defend themselves. And not until after they hurt someone else or kill someone else, as was in this case, do they become felons and they surrender their right. And people surrender their rights all the time to carry firearms. For example, if you're in a prison, you surrendered many of your constitutional rights by virtue of the fact that you committed a crime. I know there are a handful of people in prisons who are totally innocent, and I think that's tragedy. That's a tragedy, but by and large, most of them are guilty. So that's the question we're raising. The question is, should these people, I don't want to just call them Democrats, because I'm thinking there are some intelligent Democrats out there, and some of them who are very wise. I haven't met one in a while, but I'm pretty sure they're out there. Yeah, I have met them, so I know they're there. So the story again is this grandfather searching for a parking spot bumped into Shawntece's vehicle, or the one he was operating. And the police showed up. They found Jonathan was dead with a gunshot wound to his head, shot him in the face, and he was described as a loving, family-loving man who worked at Carey's Fine Automobiles. Sounds like a used car lot, I assume it is. And his loved ones, as you may expect, were absolutely devastated. So what would you think if you have someone who is near and dear to you, and you get a knock on the door from the police, and the police are there to inform you that this person who you were so close to is dead? Did they have a heart attack? What happened? Were they in an accident? No, they were shot in the face by somebody who it appears, and again, I can't pass judgment because I don't know, but I'm just kind of guessing, appears to have had low intelligence and low impulse control. So now what happens? Well, what happens is you have a funeral. His life is over, and the life of Shawntese is, we don't know. But what we do know is this: the family wants no leniency. They want justice. Do you think they're going to get no leniency and justice? I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical, but sometimes it does happen. Somebody set up a GoFundMe page for the family. That's something that you might want to take into consideration. But what it does do is it focuses. This happened, by the way, in San Bernardino, County, California. But it does draw attention to what the woke left likes to refer to as tolerance. We need to be tolerant. And there are times when we do need to be tolerant. But when we have people who behave like this, we need to be tolerant for these people. Explain to me why. I mean, one of you woke leftists out there, why is it? I mean, how do you see justice in being tolerant to people who are murderers? I mean, is there some equality or equity thing that you're thinking about where, they should have the right to kill people because, people have killed them. Actually, they tend to kill each other. I'm talking about these Democrats, by the way, in case you're wondering. So, this is a quotation from the police captain Nelson Carrington, and he's with the San Bernardino Police Department, and he is quoted as saying, for whatever reason, the victim stopped and slowly backed his vehicle up, and that's when he had a collision with the suspect's vehicle. The impact, the report said, was minor. It resulted in maybe a scratch or two. I've had those fender benders before. That, by the way, is when I park in a grocery store parking lot or Walmart parking lot or restaurant parking lot. I don't park as close to the door as I possibly can. I park as far away as is reasonable. And I always park in a spot, if I can, where the driver's side door is next to a curb, so nobody can block me in. The ideal spot is one where I can pull away without backing up. Usually you can find one of those spots, particularly in restaurants, because nobody goes to restaurants anymore, because our economy is suffering under the current regime. We're getting off topic, aren't we? So once again, I'm reading from the report, and it says this is KTLA.com in Los Angeles. But police said the impact was minor, resulting in a scratch or two when Jonathan got out of his car to apologize. What is he apologizing for? It seems to me he had the right of way. But that is so very telling, that apologizing to these people by whatever means we want to seek some common ground or whatever, where we can all come together as one and sing Kumbaya, doesn't seem to work. That's when the suspect allegedly stepped out of her car and shot Jonathan in the face before driving off. I'm glad I read that, because I read the entire article, I reviewed it, and that's the first time I noticed the Shawntese was a her. Okay, so Shawntese was a her. As far as I know, in the woke left environment, they just, one day you could be a her, one day you could be a he. It's kind of up to you, and you could be both if you want, or they have a spectrum. They meet up in their I don't want to say puny little brains, because some of these people are actually intelligent. They don't seem to use it, except to use it to achieve their objectives, which is Marxism. But that's what they think. But yeah, I'm going to go with woman on this one, because the news media reported that Shawntese is a she. If you got something out of this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can join our family, brand new YouTube channel. We have very few subscribers, very few viewers, and you can be one of the first to be a subscriber to this channel. Share it on social media to help us out if you would, and give this video a thumbs up. And we'll see you all next time.